Last time on Will Save. Our band of adventurers began to search for clues regarding the strange happenings on board the Chimera. While Heerz and Nico inspected the remains of the incapacitator droid, Rick 19 and Dr. OK began questioning Trostnek. Trostnek did his best to answer the duo's questions, however, Rick 19 remained unconvinced. Rick 19 incarcerated Trostnek and contacted First Mate Lozu for further instructions. Lozu told the group to stay put and wait for her. The group waited and waited, but she never came, and the group found her in the hallway staring off into space. Why are you so lost in space, Lozu? Find out this time on Will Save.
Hey everyone, it's just me, John Swan, and I just wanted to tell you, personally, that we want to thank you so much for making our launch and the first 10 episodes so awesome. And what better way to thank you than with a sweepstakes? So, after the episode, check out my outro to find out more. Until then, let's play. You know what's a crucial component of RPGs? Like, the most crucial, the only way that they exist.
The roll?
The
story?
roll. The dice. Story be damned. It's the dice.
Choices.
What? Choices.
I don't think that's what role play stands for. It's
yeah, I was like, the roll, like ROLE.
I don't think
I thought
John
it
is
named the other
asking
people.
about like the anagram. I think he's asking what makes a role-playing game a role-playing game.
No, he's talking about
Yeah.
dice.
I'm
Which,
talking about dice.
just for our listeners,
That's a
John,
tabletop RPG requirement.
Okay.
John, our GM, is a dice goblin. If you don't know what
Dragon.
that is, I'm afraid to tell you to Google it. It might show up bad.
Do you want to see all my dice? Can you see this?
Yeah,
All these
wow.
dice.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But
yeah,
I will say...
Google dice goblin. You'll know exactly what we're talking about.
You'll see exactly what we're talking about. But most importantly, just wanted to, for those who might not have played Starfinder yet, and if you haven't, what are you waiting for? Play it. It's so fun. But if this is your introduction, we're happy to be your introduction. And if not, and if you're thinking about playing it, if you played it before, you'll know what this is all about. The D20, the 20-sided die, the staple of the TTRPG. I just have to say that in tabletop games, you have good dice and you have bad dice. And the threefold conspiracy dice, who makes these dice, Kev? The Adventure Path dice for Paizo?
Q Workshop?
Q Workshop. These dice are phenomenal. This D20 has been the crit giver, which is beautiful. It's been great. It's been a wonderful time. And I only hope that your D20s never do that. That's what I absolutely hope for.
Dr. OK likes to unleash the Kraken.
Oh, yeah, because you have Kraken die.
Cue Liam Neeson.
Cue Liam Neeson. In a world where Liam
Release the
Neeson
Kraken.
saves
Is
the
that
world
from-
from a Kraken.
What was
It's
that
like
movie?
Clash of Titans.
the Titans, yeah.
Yeah. Clash
Oh,
of
yeah,
Titans.
that's right.
The remake.
Don't even watch that. Not worth
Don't
it.
watch it. You're right.
Yeah, so let's get back to the matter at hand. Q Workshop, Kraken Dice. What are some other ones that we love or that we have? Norse Foundry. It's great. Raven and Riddle. There are a lot of great dice makers out there.
Well, you're the dice goblin. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
I know a
all-
lot, but I want to know what you guys are working with.
I've got like 3 sets of dice. I stick to what I...
You're crazy.
I'll be honest. I just Googled like dice on Amazon and bought like the 5 different sets for like $6.
For like $20.
No, like even less than that. It was bad.
That's great, though. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. They're just generic dice. I'm surprised they had all the numbers on them.
John's always sending me links to like unfinished dice, limited
I know,
quantity.
The raw dice are great.
Solid gold dice that cost $600.
I would not do that. I do have that big pounder from Kraken. It's a pound D20.
Yeah.
Nick, what kind of dice you rolling?
Let's see here. Looks like blue, gray, and splotches. And it is absolutely interesting to watch.
Is that your only set? Oh, no, you have 2, right?
I have
You got
3
2.
sets, technically. I have the
Oh.
blue and green ones. Both, by the way, were bought at this really cool... was it Relics and Rarities, that one we went to live?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't the show live, but it was the same GM, Deborah Ann
Yeah.
Wall, who's awesome.
By the way, that place is just down the street from where I work. Like, literally within walking distance.
Oh, cool.
Oh, the Alex Theater, the Alexander Theater?
Yeah.
That's a great theater. It's an awesome, yeah.
And then I have
Kelly,
the
what do you roll?
orange dice
Oh, sorry, go
from
ahead.
Malcolm's game.
Oh, that's right. From Gentleman Game Master.
Shout out to
Gentleman.
Malcolm.
Shout out.
He is phenomenal.
Shout out
Find his
Malcolm.
Instagram. He puts his stories up. What's his handle? I'll get
Yep.
back to you on that.
You can play in his game. He's a great friend of the pod. Good stuff.
What's his handle? It's
At
just
Gentleman
Instagram.
_Game Master.
Yeah.
Master GM DM. Plays a lot of cool
he's
games. Kelly, I called you out and then we kept talking. I'm sorry.
It's
Cut
fine.
you off.
I use virtual dice and always have when we haven't met in person. However, I do have an unopened set of very basic dice, which I probably will get into at some point. A gift from a friend. But I use a Hero Lab.
Is it like? Here's a question. This is how you know like good, quote unquote, good dice versus like other dice is whether or not they come in a box or like a container or if they're just in a plastic bag sealed
Mine's
on
in a
both
plastic
sides.
bag.
Okay.
Hey,
much
you
so.
know,
It's
that
like
could be
stapled
the
together.
award-winning D20.
Dice Goblin's
together.
got an opinion on this.
Oh, does
Hey,
it?
you know, it could be good. It could be good.
All dice are good. I swear.
Well, okay. So let's just lay it out for folks who have never had the pleasure of rolling a D20 or a dice like this. So there's a 20-sided die. There's a 10-sided die. There's another 10-sided die that's part of what's called the D100. We'll get into that in a minute because I think Will's got some thoughts on that. And then there's an 8-sided die, a 6-sided die, like you're used to seeing, then a 4-sided die that looks like a pyramid.
There's also a
So-
D3. They exist.
Yeah,
There's a
they
D3.
exist.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that when you're rolling D100s, you have to roll 2 D10s, and the way that you do it, we'll get into it sometime when we're playing, but it's pretty
There
unique.
are also D100s. You can.
but, yeah, and I think Will
They are-
really wants one. He told me earlier.
They are so ridiculous.
I do want one, but I also want. I don't want to detract too much from Starfinder because there are other games that roll a D100
That's
more
true.
often, and so I just think that the D100 needs to, have some like shine, right? Because like the D20 is like the one that like these giant Kraken ones. It's like the feature die.
Yeah,
But there's no feature D100 out there that you can purchase. So dice makers, get on it.
Well, and the D100s that are out, like there are so many faces because there's 100 faces on it that they're practically just like a circle.
Yeah,
Which
I get
yeah,
that.
I don't,
big
if
cube.
you want to get mathematical about it, a circle is just a polygon with infinite numbers of sides. But yes,
I'm not
you-
suggesting that we necessarily like have to have D100s just as one die like be shined up. I just mean like I want a D10 that looks awesome, okay, and that's
Okay.
like a mountain to hold in my hand.
Yeah, you
Like
can definitely
that's what I
do it.
want. Okay.
it breaks the table when you
I
roll.
do have one other die set that my cousin gave me. It's like that was my first ever die set. Thank you very
Mhm.
much, Matthew.
Shout out to Matthew.
An elven glow in the dark elven one. Also from I believe Q Workshop. Q Workshop's got some like phenomenal looking dice.
100%. All right, is there anything else you guys want to throw out about dice before we jump into the rather uneventful scene that unfolded last
kidding
week?
me?
Nothing happened.
Are we
So we're
going to
jumping back
discuss
in.
the scene?
That's the question at the hour. Top of the hour here. Last time, after you were attacked by an incapacitator robot, then Revived questioned the owner of the robot, deemed them suspicious and a suspect, and then detained them. You talked to the incapacitator robot, shout out to Nico, trying to see what you can get from it. You took the control module. Heerz and Nico, you guys were doing that. Then You call to the bridge asking for someone to come down. First mate responds, she's going to come down. You wait a little bit, she doesn't show up. You call back, they're like, yeah, she left. She should be on her way. You walk out, and in the emergency lighting, you see a figure at the other end of the hall. And you kind of look, you can make it out. You're like, oh, that's Lozu. But there's just something off because she is staring at the wall.
This feels like what's that movie? Us? The movie Us? Where like, I don't know if you watched it, but towards the end of the movie, they're like in the basement area or whatever. Yeah. And like, it just feels like that, like shining red lights, dark, weird things going on. Like this is going to get out of hand real fast.
A very cool movie about Jungian ideas, by the way. It's really cool in a certain sense.
She's staring at the wall, unflinching. What do you all do?
So Lozu is staring at the wall where we are, like dead ahead, at the end of the hall. Is that right?
No, like down here. You can see her on the screen.
Right.
Where is she looking?
At the wall.
She must be looking here?
Is she looking towards us, or is she looking at a random wall?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Or
no, she's like kind of 45 degrees looking at the wall.
This way? Or this way?
Yeah, draw an arrow of which way she's facing, John, so we can better describe it to our listeners.
So she's looking like 45 degrees towards the wall.
The hell?
Here.
So like she turned down because so it's a long corridor, and then there's a 45-degree hallway that connects to another hallway. So she was walking in that hallway and then stops at the end of that 45-degree and then is staring straight ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
But not straight ahead towards you.
No, that like straight from the 45-degree hallway.
Yes, at the wall.
So Rick puts his hand up to kind of like halt everybody. He puts like his fist up. He's gonna look back and like caution them and wave his hand forward, and then he's gonna step forward with his gun up and ready.
Dr. OK is going to ready his tactical syringe thing.
Nico's gonna put one gun back in his holster, and he's gonna sneak up, and he's gonna put a hand on Rick's back shoulder, and he's gonna say, "Hold on. We might yet have something to learn here." And he looks back at Dr. OK, and he says, "Dr. OK, you got a sedative back there?"
No, technically. But, I can inhibit many of the creature's defenses.
Here's what are you doing?
This creature is the lieutenant. I'm more concerned about her. I don't think she's a suspect.
Like, it also boost her.
I want to see what's going on with her, if she's even responsive.
I haven't ruled anyone out of anything except you three since I've been with you most of the time.
So, all right.
I still think these two are suspicious.
I'm going to go up there. I'm going to try and talk to her. If you guys see anything suspicious.
Rick is moving forward.
Yeah, let's all go.
Rick is going to stop like around this door unless you're going to charge past him.
Nico's going to go all the way up, and
He's
just going to go up stealthily a little bit. So I'll roll stealth.
Stealthily.
Heerz is going to roll stealth to look around the corner.
Rick just stops. Yeah, I was going to call out to her, but Nick is just charging ahead. So
okay. So Nico, you start to walk up. What was your stealth roll?
That's a 16 on the die plus 6. That's a 22.
I rolled 17 stealth.
22 stealth, 17 from Heerz to peek around the corner, right? To like
Dr. OK rolled a 2.
I didn't know that you were rolling a stealth check, Will.
My stealth check was a 3.
Rick is stopped by this door. I rolled I gotta do short math. What's 17 plus 4?
21.
I got a 21 for perception.
Okay. She seems perfectly still. Nico, as you walk past Rick, maybe you don't even notice that Nico, just in the lighting, you were like trying to look, you were looking around the hall, and then you look and see Nico is standing right up next to Lozu. And Nico, as you step up, she kind of blinks her eyes.
Stabs you in the throat.
Hey.
Wow, Kev, that was unnecessary.
Oh, hey, Nico. Hey, how are you doing? Whew, I don't know what happened there. Just kind of dozed off, kind of blanked off for a minute.
Nico's going to look back at her. He's going to be like, "Are you sure you're all right? You were staring off into the void for what seemed like forever. I was just getting ready to wave a hand in front of your face just to see if, Absalom to first mate here. You know what I mean?"
So as they're doing that, Rick starts approaching, and he's gonna basically clear that hallway. He's just turning, like, gun ready, right behind.
Nothing else in the hallway.
Lozu, just in case something happens.
Yeah, you guys were on a more zoomed in map, but when we kind of jump to the larger map, there's nothing else in the hallway that you can see. Okay. I think I'm fine. I think I just kind of blanked off for a moment there. Is everything okay? You've got your gun out. Actually, Rick, you've got your gun out too. Is everything okay?
Nico's
No,
gonna
Lieutenant Loza. I informed you of this earlier. There is a major issue going on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you're carrying weapons in the hallway. It's just for passengers. It's just a little alarming. Anyway,
it's a little alarming to be without power in a ship where people are being attacked, wouldn't you say?
I absolutely understand. Again, I have apologized. Kiev is working. They are doing their best to work to restore power to fix things. Look, I do need to talk to you. I think before, maybe Rick, you were asking me some questions. I think maybe you had asked me about Trostanek, perhaps. Look, I'm concerned. I'm very busy. I'm trying to figure this out and keep the ship running and check the systems and help out. But I didn't expect all of you to go attack people and detain them.
Correction.
I asked
we were attacked. We were only defending ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
I was defending myself. Sorry, you'd be picking up my slug body from the ground if it weren't for my actions.
Look, I am happy that you all are okay. Don't misunderstand that. But I do recall that you all were gonna go and you've detained a fellow passenger. I'm sure that you had your reasons. That's okay. I understand. I'm glad that you're okay, but I did just ask you to tell me if you knew anything about Algiata. I appreciate you pointing me to somebody that may be a suspect, but
Lieutenant Lozu, where is the security officer currently?
I don't know where she
Exactly.
is.
That is our issue. There is something going on. I have tried to inform you of this on several occasions now. We were attacked by that incapacitator robot, and there is now a suspect contained inside a box inside. Before you start giving me any kind of lip about that, there is something going on in this ship, and we are going to investigate it, if only for our own safety.
Rick.
If you stand in our way,
hold on a second. Hold on. And Nico's just going to wave out to everybody just to kind of calm down. And he's going to say, First Mate Lozu.
Yes.
It does us, if we could help you provide additional security in a time of ambiguous secureness, wouldn't that behoove every single passenger here and yourself to comply? Wouldn't you do that? And I'll roll a diplomacy check.
Okay, good.
That's on my diplomacy. That's going to be a 24.
24. Look, I'm concerned about my fellow crewmate, and I am concerned about you all, and I absolutely don't want to see you get hurt. I can't imagine any reason why someone may want to hurt her, and I appreciate your opportunity to help. But if you are going to help, I will be honest, between me and the four of you, I'm busy. Kiev is busy. The captain is busy. We're all busy, and now we're also trying to make sure that you're okay, and it's just a lot of pressure. And I am trying to be the best first mate that I can, and if you all are going to help, I just, please, just please try and use your discretion in attacking passengers. They're just
Correction, defending ourselves.
okay.
If you continue to insist that we are reckless attackers in this, I'm going to have a serious problem with you,
Hold on.
Captain.
Hold on. She's giving us permission, guys. Let's just
No,
hold our
she's
horses.
accusing us.
I was just accused
Easy.
of carrying
Easy.
out nefarious
now,
acts.
I want to say this,
Lieutenant
let
Lozu,
me
I was the one
correct
that
my
informed
language.
you of the situation.
I
Believe
know.
me, if we were being malicious, we would not have let you know. I am informing you because you are the authority on this ship. If you
I
refuse to
appreciate
accept
it.
my answers, then I will go off on my own and figure this out.
Nico's going to look over at Rick, and he's going to roll a diplomacy check, but he's going to be saying to Rick, we might just be going to investigate our own anyway. Accusations may not matter. Hold on, let's hear what she has to say, and I'll roll diplomacy on that.
Heerz is going to roll sense motive as well.
On Lozu or on
Rick has no sense motive, so he'll try it, but he... Oh,
Heerz.
natural 20. I got a 19
Natural
on
20.
sense motive.
Okay.
I got a 9, but
So that's going to be, 17.6? That's going to be a 23 for me.
You got a what here's?
I just got a 9, so go with theirs.
Okay. So you all are rolling sense motive on Lozu?
Yes.
Yeah, on Lozu. Yes.
Okay. She seems nervous, not because she's trying to hide anything. She seems nervous because it seems like she is under a lot of pressure. Look, I am really like, the more she talks, the more her language, this like stutter, starts to build up. Look, what I'm trying to just say is that you have to understand that there are protocols on the ship. I'm happy, and I appreciate you letting me know. I am happy. Just please
Tell us about the
Just try and-
protocols that allowed a droid
Yeah.
to attack us and space lies.
And some giant lice.
There's no protocol for any of that. I apologize, but you have to understand that. Just thank you for looping me in. Thank you for letting me know about
First mate, I think we have an understanding.
about
here.
Trostanek. Look,
We understand
look,
where you're coming from. We're going to go about our business, and we will assume full liability for our actions in both defending ourselves and making sure the rest of the passengers on this ship are safe. We will chime in if there is something suspicious.
Including those that are locked in crates.
And Nico's going to look back over his shoulder at Dr. Okay, just like, yo, cool it.
Look, I appreciate it. Just why don't we do this? If you can help,
Lieutenant
please,
Lozu,
please.
Would you like us to escort you to the detained person and have this conversation with him? We did not detain him just for any reasons. We detained him because he was suspicious.
Please just let me finish. I'm trying to finish here.
I think he should be locked in his quarters if you're going to insist on taking him out.
Please just let me finish. She's like nervous, but now like a little flustered. You guys are really talking at her. I am going to handle and handle it and take him to his
All right,
corners.
say what you want to say.
What exactly?
She pulls a gun and shoots all of you. She shoots all of you.
Nico at this point just shakes his head, and he is literally just going to take a couple steps back behind Heerz. Like he's done. He's fucking done. He's done everything he can.
Why don't
this-
we do this? If you would like to help, why don't I tell you what I think might be helpful? I believe it was you, Nico, who had suggested how you might be a best help. Why don't we move forward, and I will give you some suggestions for what would be helpful for me and for the ship.
Nico turns back around, and Nico said, "Here would be my suggestions." And
I'm sorry. Let me tell you my suggestions for what I think would be helpful.
if you insist,
I will handle making sure that Trostanek is taken to his quarters and likely detained. I would appreciate it if you could either go help Kiev see what they need with helping with the engines. And if you really want to be helpful as well, and she kind of has this like fatigued look, you could go tell me what you see in Algiada's room. And she hands you a key card, Nico. So, Nico, I'm entrusting you with this key. Look, the four of you have to try to understand from my position. I appreciate your help. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to tell you not. Just please know that it is a lot to have passengers detaining other passengers. Just please try and make sure that you are very sure when you make those kind of calls. Is that something that you all can respect? And you can tell she's like, she half believes in herself, and she's half just like faking it until you make it.
And Nico will look back at the first mate and say, "You can trust us." And he gives her a little bit of a wink with a smile.
Okay.
Roll diplomacy.
Yep.
Thank you. Here, I'll let Kiev know. I will handle Trostanek. And you said that
That's a 19 on that diplomacy check, by the way. I actually did one.
Yeah, she definitely feels like, Nico, you're the friendliest of the bunch. So she pulls out her recorder. She starts to kind of walk a little bit towards the door more. And
like Rick tells her before she goes, like,
yeah,
are you sure you want to go in there alone?
I think I'm fine to deal with it. And you can tell, even though she was a little nervous before, she's kind of just like, all right, I made my decision. I'm just going to go do it.
I wanted to ask her if there's any reason that she might know for Algiada to disappear.
Here, one sec. Let me just tell Kiev that. Do you mind if I tell them that they can expect your help?
You can tell whatever you like.
Okay. All right.
We may
thank you.
drop by her quarters beforehand, but
that's fine. Again, this stays between us. I'm enlisting your help, and I appreciate it. So she brings it up, and it's like shh, and then you hear Key's voice. Oh, hi, Lozu, honey. Hi, how are you? And then she quickly is like, yes, so I'm here with the passengers. I think Rick and Heerz and Dr. OK and Nico, and they have volunteered to come help you out with some of the repairs. Oh, yeah, okay. Thanks. Yes, thank you all. Thank you, says like very loudly. Thank you all. Yes, thank you. All right. And she says, goodbye. Sorry, Dr. OK, I think you had a question.
Yes, I was wondering if you might have any ideas as to the meeting or anyone who might benefit, or possibly even a reason for our security officer's disappearance at this juncture in the same time as an engineering malfunction.
She kind of...
Does anyone have anything? Is there part of the crew or anything that we should maybe be aware of?
Well, you can tell she's like a little nervous. She flushes a little bit. You don't know if it's Nico being helpful or the fact that you guys have agreed, and she feels like there's a little bit of a weight lifted off of her shoulder because you've agreed to help Kiev and help look for Algiada, figure out what happened. She says, "Well, okay. Again, I'm telling you this because I'm enlisting your help. Song and Algiada, they've gotten into a few shouting matches. Algiada could be rough around the edges. Algiada and Grath, they used to be close, but for some reason they stopped talking. But look, you know how it can be on these long voyages, cooped up, same people, day after day. I don't know. That's the best That's the best of my knowledge.
Well, thank you so much,
I
First Mate.
see.
We'll be sure to be helpful, and we'll let you know if we find anything.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for your candor, Lozu.
Thank you. I'm moving you guys over to the map. I put your pawns in the same place, I think. Thank you for helping out. And
Can I
look?
Can I
thank
roll,
you
like,
for
sense
respecting.
motive? See if is she being genuine or?
Sure. I think she is. She's.
I got a 22.
Yeah, she seems genuine. She really seems like she is trying to overcome whatever sense of self-doubt in order to make decisions, be active, handle things.
No, but I mean, in her response, about what was
other people?
Yeah, was she hiding anything? That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, I'll say this. You recall that Kiev, when they picked up the phone, they said, "Oh, hi, Lozu, honey." And then she quickly cut it off. And that's probably, other than that, she seems unsure
Who picked
about
up the phone?
Kiev.
So
On the-
her and
on the
Kiev are
communication.
together.
Are close.
That's your 22, your sense motive. I'm kind of treating that a little bit as like a wisdom, like remembering, kind of putting things together. You like asked about it and you're like, I don't, And so I think it's important to know that you think she's told you everything that she knows.
She's not
But-
trying to keep, she's not hiding any, she doesn't know any of the crew's up to no good or whatever.
I mean, she told you that there were some people who didn't have the best relationship to Algiata.
Okay.
Rick tells Lozu. He looks her. This is like a final statement from him. Is like, Lieutenant Lozu, thank you for your assistance. I apologize if I came off brash, but I need to inform you that I believe Algiata and possibly this Vesk may not have good intentions.
Okay. Thank you. I will handle Trostanek. I will let you guys know that I will be taking Trostanek to his quarters, and I will be detaining him, as I think that's probably the safest place. I'm taking you on your word that he is somebody of danger. So again, I'm glad that you're okay. Thank you for telling me. Thank you.
Nico's going to look over at Rick, and he's going to say, "Let's trust the First Mate for now. I think she's got a good handle on it." And he's going to wink over at Rick.
He likes to wink a lot. Is that your silver bullet?
Yeah. It's your silver bullet.
He's got a natural charm. No.
Does he? Heerz really wants to find the relic at this point. Don't know if he wants to help
Nico's kind of
out.
itching on that as well.
Yeah, this had better not turn into another Butterskull Ranch where we never really get to do that thing because we do a bunch of side quests, even if they are important quests.
Damn!
Well, okay, no, I'm not. That's not a John thing. That's everyone decided to do different stuff, and it's cool. But I do want to know.
That's what I was going to say. You all were like, all right, it's not going to do that. But I'm just going to say, I mean, every road here will turn up something. Each road leads somewhere.
Yeah, which one leads to the relic?
Just not back to the Butterskull Ranch.
The one that leads to Butterskull Ranch.
We will get there someday. I swear to God, it better be the best payoff.
Okay, for the listeners, we have another role-playing game. We'll leave it unnamed that we are all playing together.
It's very popular.
And Butterskull Ranch is a destination for Kelly's character that we have been avoiding.
Yeah, yeah.
Good thing inside jokes
Actively
play
avoiding.
really well. They play really well.
It's
Yeah.
okay, Butters. It's okay.
It's okay, Butters. All right, so what do you guys want to do? What do you think?
Heerz really wants to check out these other rooms.
Is this the gym?
You do recall that being the gym.
I'm gonna just peek
yes.
in here real quick.
Okay, so you guys start walking. As I am unveiling this, tell me what you all are thinking about where you want to go.
So Nico wants to walk up alongside Rick, and what he's going to say is this, is look, I don't trust anybody so far. Anybody and anybody could be doing anything for any reason. To be honest, I kind of think we should go back and peek on her first without her knowledge or aware and see what she does with the Vesk. Then afterwards, I say we go find what's in that relic and let's see who's the most interested in it after that.
Okay, I second that, but definitely the relic.
Rick says, like, I would like to escort her back, but she did not seem to want that. My concern is for her safety, not the other way around.
Well, let us go. Cover me for a moment. I'm going to try and sneak and just observe. See what she does. I'll peep back the moment things seem fine. If someone wants to come along with,
Nico, just tell them I dropped a syringe and you're looking for it for me.
Okay. So you all are going to.
I'm going to search. Well,
let's deal with one thing at a time here. So, you, Heerz, and Nico. What is going on?
I'm sneaking.
Okay. Heerz, are you sneaking?
I will do that. Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, 17 on the die plus 6. Mama, I'm 23.
I will say this. There are 2 closed doors, and you can't see her. So, yeah, for all intents and purposes, no one's going to hear you through that wall.
No, what I'm trying to do... that stealth roll is for him sneaking up there and opening the door without anybody noticing.
Same.
Okay.
I got a 16.
You sneakily push the button to open the door, and the door goes...
I will say this. Yeah. I will say this. You all did say I'm going to sneak, and then later when I called you on it, you're like, all right, like it's also for the door. So I'm just letting it go because it's a minor thing, but make sure you say I'm going to go do the door.
All right.
Yeah. So you go, the door opens, and the door makes the same sound, but because of your sneak rolls, Heerz, what was your sneak roll?
16.
16. Because of your sneak roll, there's just like, just by luck, it seems like she doesn't turn around. And so you see her, let me reveal this, what you guys can see. You see her walking up to the crate. Seems like she had been kind of walking around, and then she walks back to this one here, and she knocks on it, and then you from where you are, you can hear like a muffled voice, and you hear her say like, "Is Trustanek? Is that you in there?" You hear more muffles, and then you just see her starting to kind of look and figure out how to best take the door off.
Nico's just going to stay there and just continue to observe.
Okay.
Where are you at in this room? Did you go into the room, or are you just at the door?
Okay.
No, we're
before you go into the room, if you're going to go,
we're not going
room.
into the room.
Okay.
We're not.
So Rick is standing by the door, the other door, with his gun up, and he's just like watching the other two.
Okay.
He's concerned that Trustanek is going to break out of this box and do something crazy. So, and he knows that the other two would act on that. So if anything goes wrong, he's kicking this door open. And,
okay.
And I'm watching Rick.
With these doors open, with our heads just poking around the corner, eventually she'll notice us, right? Shouldn't we go in and hide behind a crate or something? This is pretty suspicious.
I will say that I have started to roll to see whether she just happens to turn around and see the door open and 2 heads standing there. So know that I am actively doing that every little bit of time.
All right, so here's like elbows Nico, and it's like, all right, come on, let's get a better place. Nicole. And it's like, let's find a better place to hide, bud.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
Nico's behind this
Make
big old
another
box.
stealth check.
Oh.
Nico, yeah, and Nico's going to follow him as well, and I'll roll another stealth.
18.
Oh, damn. Come on. I'm just so damn good. 19 plus 6.
25.
Son of a bitch.
18 for Kelly. For Heerz. Okay, you guys, you do move in. Right as you move in, what you don't see is her like look back because she heard the door shut and she was like, "Huh," and then just goes back to try to open it. And you guys are peeking over the crate. You feel pretty confident she doesn't see you, and you see her be like, All right. Well, look, just be patient. I'm trying to find the best way to open this crate, and then you hear more like, okay. Seems like she's getting directions for how to open it. And after a minute, maybe you're there for another, minute or so. It's just rolling. She does manage to get the door to kind of like come off a bit, right? And she does allow for it to open and lets it kind of fall down. And Trostanek is still just sitting there. And Trostanek bound. Thank you. I don't know what happened. And she seems a little guarded. She's got one hand kind of like behind her back, like turned, but like on her weapon. And she says, "Well, I think it's best that you follow me. I'm sorry to hear that something might have happened and transpire, but I do have to say that I think it's best if you follow me, and we're going to go to your quarters." And Trostanek, is there a reason why I'm kind of being with you? And then like you can't really hear what he says, and she's like, "Please just come with me. I would appreciate if you just come with me. We can talk about it on the way, but I think for the safety of everyone else and for you, best that you remain in your quarters." And Trostanek sighs, closes his eyes, and all right. See this body language of he's gonna nod. She turns around, starts to walk out the door. Give me another stealth check.
10.
That's a 15 for me.
15. Kelly?
10.
10.
Yeah. Why?
So as she starts to sorry, I didn't reveal Trostanek on the map. So
you trip over the robot that's still there.
Yeah. So as they start to walk out, you maybe hears you're trying to look over, follow them, and you like hit one of the ropes that's holding the boxes, and it makes like a thung, and they both look over, and with your 10, you kind of duck. And Lozu turns to Trostanek and says, "Is there anyone else in here? Is this? This is. I'm gonna roll and see what she does."
Nico's kind of elbowing Heerz, just like and just kind of wildly gesticulating over at Heerz to kind of be quiet.
Rick is nervous at this point, and because you guys have been in there for a long time, and so he's gonna walk like midway through this hallway, and so he's between both doors.
Lozu starts to walk. Trostanek is still bound. She starts to walk a little bit up. And right when it seems like she might come around the corner, you hear like, "Ksh. First mate, can you please report to the bridge when you do something?" Sure. She stops. Turns around. Come, Trostanek. Let's I'll take you to your room. She almost found you out. And then she leaves.
And Nico's gonna exhale like quietly to Heerz, like, that was close.
And as she walks out, she looks. Oh, Rick. Hi.
I rolled an 8 for
stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah. She sees you immediately. Hi, Rick. Hi. Is everything okay?
Everything is fine, Lieutenant. I was just making sure that you were okay.
I'm fine. I'm just taking Trostanek to his room. And Trostanek turns, looks at Lozu, and then turns back to you, Rick. He goes, "It's Kiev! Trostanek, please, come on. It's Kiev!" And she has to like start to like pull Trostanek away, but then Trostanek stops and kind of starts to walk away.
Rick just nods at him. He like accepts it.
Okay. And then they walk around the corner. Doctor, okay, I see that you stepped inside the gym. I'm assuming that you closed the doors.
Are they like electric doors? Like, Are they Star Trek doors?
They're not going to open. They're not going to open from people walking by. They're going to open if you just kind of walk over and try to go in. But so unless you want to do anything, you hear footsteps and they just
Can I like
walk on by.
crack open? Can I listen?
No. You can listen, but you just hear footsteps.
Okay.
Yep. And then they walk the site. So Dr. OK, Rick, Heerz, Nico, what are you guys doing?
So are they already outside the hallway now?
Yeah, they're gone.
They walked away. They walked
So
away.
Nico's going to look over at Heerz and he's going to be like, all right, show's over. Let's get out of here.
Didn't sound like she was in on it.
No, didn't.
Just walks out. You see anything,
So
Rick?
do you guys come down the hallway towards me?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's gonna be like, trust Nick. He looked at me and he said, "It's Kiev."
Wait, rat guy?
But my,
I heard it.
did you walk back towards us, Will?
You would know that Kiev is the Marikoi. Grath is the Yusuf.
Yeah, Kiev is the one in the engine room that she told us to go help, and Rick's like his senses are going off because if Kiev is the one, and he's telling you guys this, like if Kiev is the suspect, that means that Lieutenant Lozu might be involved.
Yes.
Dr. OK, were you looking at all in the gym or do you just duck in?
Yeah, I wanted
You
to
said
look
before
around.
you wanted to look.
I want to look in every room that I visit for any evidence of
Okay.
a crime or.
Give me a perception check as you were kind of standing there.
19.
Nice.
6 incapacitator robots walking towards you.
Yeah. The ship goes on lockdown. No, you think maybe it's just the way that the water was flowing and the thing in the room. You thought there was something on the floor over near some of the exercise equipment in the back corner, but then you're like, it's just a thing. You were like, is that? And then you're like, no, that's just part of the equipment.
But I would
With a 19?
I would take 20 then.
If you want to take 20, then that's fine. But what are they doing while you're taking 20?
Okay.
So yeah, wait. By the time that's happened, I've explained to them that Trust Nick said it was Kiev, and then we walked down knowing that because Rick saw him go into the gym, so he would tell the other guys like, let's go check him out, and so they would go to the gym. So I will stop at the gym door and let you decide how to handle it.
Okay.
I mean, you could assume that I was taking 20 while.
But it didn't take 20 minutes while that was happening.
Fine.
So I'm just saying, if you want to do that, other things will happen, right? Again, this is this idea that
I know.
everything that you do, right?
I know how it
Because
is.
I'll say this. It's important, before we jump into that, it's important to note what time has passed. You guys got on. The lice happened.
That was like
You all
yesterday,
went
right?
to sleep. That was yesterday. This is day 2. You woke up. There was the issue with the hobgoblin and the goblins trying to get in and song. Then Lozu came up saying, where's Algiata? The ship's power goes down. Then you guys are like, all right. So then you go, you talk to Professor Benjamin. He asks you to help out. He mentions what he's worried about. You all go check it out. There's a fight. It's probably, I would say, getting close to noon at this point.
Question.
Right?
How long is the trip to Epsilon Station? I don't actually know. I mean, what is the ETA? Is it supposed to be a 6-day trip? Is it a 30-day trip? Like, what is
No,
the
it's not a
normal-
30-day trip. It's like within a week. Depends on.
Okay, so 7
kind-
days. We'll say.
Yeah,
roughly?
it depends on how fast you're going. The ship's engines are there's
They're out.
something happening
Yeah,
with the ship.
so
yeah,
we're
so it's like
stranded.
that's going to add on some time.
Okay,
for a
here's
bit.
another. This is another just like Starfinder question. So the drift. I don't know how many people are listening understand what the drift is, but the drift is almost like a jet stream that travels across the galaxies in Starfinder, and you can enter the drift and exit. My question is, what happens if you're in the drift and then you lose your engines?
I mean, you stay in the drift. You're just not
Okay,
moving
yeah.
in
So,
the drift, right?
yeah.
So the drift was created as like another, like the triune god of 3 different gods, essentially like gave the universe the gift of the drift. And
So it's almost like it's like a not time travel, but it's like a wormhole type thing, a wormhole
in a way. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like light speed where like you're going a certain speed.
No.
As soon as you come out of that, you are no longer. You're actually going into a physical existence.
Yeah, exactly. Just Kev, if you just Lorenz it, then it's fine. Then it's
That's
all right. Then
Only
it all
for
makes
our
sense.
physics friends that were in class with us. If you're listening to this,
Yeah.
Bennett, that's a shout out to Bennett.
Shout out to Bennett. So here's, before we get to you, Dr. OK, here's Rick, Nico. You guys were coming down now. You're starting to head down the hall.
Yeah.
About to join.
Yeah, I don't know about how long it would take us to get to the door, and
Okay.
we would just enter the room whenever
You would just go in as well.
Yeah. Is there a window on the gym or no? Or the door?
There's like a little thing.
So I mean,
Portal.
Rick would glance in there first
Yeah.
and see Dr. OK, and then he would hit the button to go in.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
there was something crazy going on in there, because then
No, it's fine. So,
I'm waiting for something to jump out of this pool or whatever.
oh man, wouldn't that be awesome?
you see something on the pool water.
It's gonna be pool lice.
Initiative. That's my John impersonation.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
pool
be pool
lice.
lice. You see something on the water. Is that how I talk? Is that how I talk, Kev?
Yeah, that's how I hear you.
Rude. I edit my voice so it sounds mellifluous
Yeah.
on this
The audience
podcast.
doesn't know, but you actually have a really high pitched voice.
I do actually. Yeah. I do. Which nothing wrong with high pitched voices. Totally all good. So here's the thing. Dr. OK, you walk over and you're looking. This room, it's mirrored, just like gyms are. You walk past the sparring mats. They're a little frayed, a little old. Some of the machine models of the workout stuff, older. It's right about here that you, in the center, where there seems to be like a glint of kind of coppery metal under one of the exercise machines. And as you reach down, because I'm assuming, what was your take 20? You took 20, what's your bonus?
Plus for what? Perception?
Yeah, for perception.
3.
Okay, perfect. You see a glint of coppery metal, and then as you reach down, it's this wide, ornate metal ring among a bunch of dust bunnies.
Fascinating.
Give me a culture check.
Culture check. All right. 23.
Wow, nice.
My culture is like stacked, by the way. Plus 7.
Stuck.
I'm very cultured.
Interestingly, you notice that it's a piece of jewelry. I'm going to show it here on the screen. Little Shift Z roll 20 action. It is a piece of jewelry with all these engraved lines and jewels. And you recognize it as a traditional Yosoki tail ring.
Interesting.
And that's our game.
Oh God, what happened to Rat Guy?
Is somebody dead?
Did he get pulled in the water?
Well, the Yosoki is Grath, and Grath is the one that, oh my god.
And
Mozu told us that
Grath is our friend. We like Grath.
Yeah.
Algiata has something against Grath, and Grath is the Yosoki. Oh my god.
So here it is, our way of saying thank you to you awesome listeners out there with our first Will Save Sweepstakes, or WSS as I call it here around the shop. We're giving one winner a chance to win something very near and dear to our hearts, the Starfinder Core Rulebook Pocket Edition, so you know it's updated, and a personalized 30-second message from your choice of any of the characters here on Will Save. So that could be Dr. OK, Heerz, Rick19, Nico Orion, Nick's narration voice, my voice. How are you going to enter? Well, we're going to play a little trivia. I'm going to ask a question whose answer is found somewhere in one of our episodes. Then you email us at willsavethepodcast@gmail.com with your name and the answer and something you love about the show. and in the subject line, put Will Save Sweepstakes or WSS if you're cool. Everyone who gets the question correct will be entered into our drawing, and the winner will be randomly chosen. So, what's the question? Here it is. What did Dr. OK find in the gym? Now, when you think you know the answer, I'm going to be a broken record here. Email us at willsavethepodcast@gmail.com with your name and the answer. Then in the subject line, put Will Save Sweepstakes or WSS again if you're awesome. Now, the deadline to email us is Sunday, April 11th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So get in all of your emails to us before then. We will be announcing the winner next Will Save Wednesday, April 14th. Unfortunately, the sweepstakes is only open to those in the US and Canada. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us on social media, in your email, or check out the terms and conditions that we've put on our website. So if you've been adventuring around the galaxy for a while and your core rulebook needs updating, why not enter? If you've never played Starfinder, or any tabletop RPG for that matter, then this is your chance to enter and get an awesome core rulebook. And you'll get a personalized message from one of us, or something weird from Dr. OK. We are so excited to see all of your responses, to connect with you directly, and to share a pretty freaking awesome game. That game is Starfinder. I'm John Swan. We are Will Save. We'll see you next week.